Just making sure my camera's working all right, Steve Emman. Does that look all right, guys? I think it does. I've got it on a bank stick. Got it on a bank stick. We're on peg 9 on the Oaks Lake. As Richard Newman would say, what could possibly go wrong? There's a tractor ploughing behind us, or buggering about behind us. I don't know if you can see. We're on a banded pellet, going to fish up in the water. Going to come for this afternoon, see how we get on. I'm going to do probably half an hour Facebook Live and then see what we catch at the end of the day. So I'm going to fish up in the water. Fishing shallow. Don't know if you can see, I'm hoping you can see. Fishing up in the water, fishing shallow on the Oaks Lake, and we're on peg 9. Into a carp, I think. Keep feeding. I'm a bit rusty, I haven't been for ages, like this sort of fishing, so throw a few down the margins. I'm going to try and go for a barbel. See if I can get a barbel there a bit later. Very rusty. The battery's probably died, I think. Carp. Got 3 keep nets out at the moment. One for a few skimmers. I shall try for a few bream a bit later. A bit bright at the moment for the bream. I'm going to try down the edge here for a barbel. See if there's a few barbel down there later on. But I'm going to fish up in the water for a bit. Fish are coming up in the water already. I'm very rusty. Try down here in a bit for a barbel. Got fish topping everywhere on here at the moment. good carp. There, if you can see it. Just make sure this is actually working. Oh yes it is, we've got 83 people watching. Paul Hewitt, how are you, boy? Before anyone starts moaning that doesn't know me, this is my back garden. I am self-isolating, so that's it, job done. I'm lucky enough to have a decent sized back garden. With a lake in it or two. So we're fishing bandy pellet. Don't know if you can see that, up in the water, very shallow, might even go shallower actually. I've been fishing for probably half hour before I've done this post, and I've been feeding down the edge down there. I'm going to drop in for a barbel in a minute. I've been trying to catch skimmers. I've been catching a few skimmers. I've caught a few skimmers, but the carp it's just carp city, so I thought sod it, because they're there, we'll have a go for them. Then I'm going to change my tactics. I'm going to go in for a few barbel. The barbel, I believe I've been told, I haven't fished this for a long time now, but the barbel are big in here now, so they tell me. So have another go. I do like fishing shallow. I love fishing up in the water. Another carp. I know I'm making it look very easy, but to be fair, there's no one else on the lake, so I'm winning this match. It's me against the world. Spring, I'm fishing that deep, and that's what I've come to catch really. One of my favourite fish, the old skimmers. See where the pellet's gone in its mouth, coming up in the water, fishing that deep. I don't know if you can see that, 1.5 foot deep. Lovely skimmers, that's what I've been trying to target. I've tried getting them down on the bottom. Problem is the carp it's just carp city. I'm having to try and find a gap through the carp to go through them. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. We'll try for a barbel. Let's try for a barbel. The barbel are mad in here, very big. I put them in tiny little things like that. Years ago now, I suppose. But the barbel love round the edges. They love the margins in the Oaks Lake. They do on any of the lakes, to be fair. Let's see if we can catch ourselves a barbel. Keep feeding out there. See a big tail there, carp's down there. Don't know if you can see out there, I don't know if you can see the water, it's bubbling with them. So I'm probably a foot away from the margin there, trying to catch myself a barbel down the edge. Gone off like a train, can't stop it. Probably a carp. load of vegetation around there now, which isn't going to help. Carp. Ah, lost too many bloody carp in there, it's crazy. Probably foul hook maybe. Don't know. I'd say probably foul hooked down the edge. There's a lot of tails coming out of the water there. Can't see any comments because I've got the phone round the other way. That's if anyone's watching. I don't even know if anyone's watching, but I'll have a quick look just to make sure the battery hasn't run out or anything daft like that. To myself. That was Cat ringing me. Cat, I'm fishing. "97 people, good, we're still going." She'll probably ring again in a minute, seeing about dinner maybe. I don't even know what the time is now. Where are we? Keep nets, there's got 3 keep nets in here at the moment. And there's mud churning up all the time. I've fed a pellet line down there, I'm feeding 4mm pellet down there, and I'm fishing a 6mm banded pellet on the hook. But down by my keep nets, literally here, it keeps chocolating up, and normally the barb will come round, the old barb will come round the keep nets and that. I don't know why, but they do, they come round. They are, look. Not fed, nothing out here at all. Be surprised if that wasn't a barbel. Could be wrong. Touching the keep net there, yeah, it's another carp. Crazy. Crazy. Walk around the fin now. That's it. In there again. I want to catch one of these big barbels to show you. I reckon they're £9 in here now. I've seen them getting on that way, but again, I haven't fished this for a year. Anyone that's just joined us, we're fishing shallow. I am fishing up on the water. I'm just going to dob in here, see if I can catch myself a barbel. I'm on a black hydro elastic with a side puller on the pole. Fishing shallow out there. Come down here, see if I can catch myself a barbel. Big tail there, big tail, donkey of a carp. Don't know if this is a carp or a barbel. Going off like a carp. Hugging the bottom might be a barbel. I got this bloody bit of bramble all the time here. It's doing my head in. I'm going to try and get that in. Got the bramble in, that's a good thing. Another carp. Look at all this bloody bramble. Good to get the bloody thing out of the way. I wish I was at home with you lot, sitting watching the telly rather than having to bloody work. It's hard work, I'll be honest with you, this is. Stock taking. Probably 1.5 foot away from the bank, fishing just down the margin here. Too many fish down there. Hooking them in the side and that, I don't want to do that. So I just want to catch a barbel. You lot can see how big they are. Not putting any food down there, but normally them barbel come right in by them keat nets for whatever reason, I don't know. And that's one now, I think. Don't know why they like the keat nets, but they do. That's virtually right on the keat net. Feels like a barbel hugging the bottom. Could be wrong, could be a carp. Barbel. Only a little one. It infuriates me when people say barbel shouldn't be in lakes. These are the most hardiest fish I've got in this lake, these barbel. That's a small one, that's a baby. I put them in, size of a gudgeon. Never have any problems with them. Strong, hard fighting fish. I kind of get that people think they should stay in the rivers and that lot. I love catching barbel in the river, don't get me wrong, but they absolutely thrive in lakes as well. They won't breed in here, but they thrive in here. The first lake I'm going back a long time ago now. The first lake I ever stocked a barbel in was the Moat Lake. I'm going to see, just make sure this is working so I ain't talking to myself. Yep. Richie Evans, Mark Rouse. Don't know how much battery I've got. Don't say. Don't matter. Yeah, so as I say, the The first lake I ever put a barbel in was in the Moat Lake. Right next to the keep net again. I'm not feeding, not put no food out there at all, whatsoever, where the keep nets are. I'm feeding out there, up in the water, getting the carp up in the water. Not put no food down here whatsoever. Feeding down the margin, there's solid with carp down there. But these barbel all round, they always come round the keep nets for whatever reason. Again, I don't know. Of a barbel, I'd say, the way it's hugging the bottom. Could be wrong. Funny, isn't it? Why these barbel are by the nets? I think it might be the fact that the fish in the keep nets are stirring the bottom up. Don't know. Put your thoughts down on the comments why you think they're there. I don't know if you lot have found that in any matches or anything. They're hard work though, they just want to stick to the bottom. God. Real hard work. Bigger than the other barbel. The biggest barbel, but bigger than the other one. See that? Probably 4 pound. You can see why there's good weights on this lake and why it's such a good match lake. You're catching a decent stamp of fish like that, you can soon build up some big weights. Sometimes they're getting weights 400 pound on there, which makes it a very good match lake, really. Very fair lake as well. Go back out and fish shallow out there, see how we get on out. Up in the water. Another skimmer, fishing at deep. Love these. Love the skimmers in it. Quality fish. Quality. We'll go out there and see if we can get a few more of them, because I'll sooner catch them than them carp. They're a lot easier to catch. Not so much hard work. Tell you what, I'm winning the match today. That's a nice fish, nice dark fish. Thirsty work this, I might as well go and grab myself a beer in a bit. See if we catch another barbel. Barbel just don't, they're like trains. They don't want to get their heads up. That only just fits in the net, that one. God dear. If you can see that, good fish, lovely strong fish. So I'm not fed to know nothing at all by these keep nets. But the barbel are down now. I can see it all being churned up. There's a lot of fish in the keep nets now. I've got the 3 out at the moment. I've got another 3 behind me, so I've got 6 keep nets today. I've probably been fishing now for an hour. I don't know, well, half an hour before this Facebook Live, but it's interesting. You can see the muds. I don't know if you guys can see it. The muds. I'm not fed a bean now. I'm feeding here carp. Not fed there. Barbel. Go out there, catch bream up in the water, and obviously carp. And the bloody tractors keep going up and down all day long. Watch and see what happens. See if I'm right again. Feeding further out, a lot further out, but by the keep nets, stirred up with mud. No grub there at all, but solid with fish, solid, and all barbel. Another barbel. They're not small fish, they're good fish. I've had... Make sure that it's working still. Solid 102 views. That's good, it is working then. Sorry to bore you. I'll try a long line, try a bit further out. See if I can catch a few more of them skimmers, if I can get through the car. I see so many people hook into carp and just pull the pole out. If you do what I'm doing there, they'll just come straight back into you. Straight in here, look. So many poles I see get broken on here through people just trying to lift the pole up, you know. It's unnecessary. get them out a lot quicker as well. Up. Anyone that's just joined me, fishing banded pellet, I shall catch a barbel down the edge, or down here. We're fishing shallow out there, but we're fishing 1.5 feet deep on a banded pellet, feeding 6mm hard feeding pellets. Sorry, feeding 4mm hard, 4mm hard pellet, coarse pellet, fishing on the hook, on a banded hook, a 6mm. Not putting any food out here at all, feeding down the margins and further out. Barbel City down there, got everything down there, everything out there. Don't put any food down there because the carp will move in. We'll try and catch a barbel again now, see if we can catch a better stamp. Small one. That's one, just fix it there. Nice barbel. Lovely evening. Lovely evening. Barbel, carp, bream. Let's go for try and catch a bream out there shallow. That's what I caught a few out there shallow now. Can't get through the carp for the bream. That's what I've come to target. I failed. I feel a bit of a loser. It's just too. The fish are just going crazy. It's just too much. Can't get the bait down there to the bottom. Around the fin. Barbel. Carp. getting slow. Too old for this. Back in the day I'd have had 2 fish in the net by now. Another barbel. Want to sit on the bottom. Don't want to come up. Don't want to get their heads up. Normally when you get their heads up, that's it, they're done. Yeah, like that. Get their heads up there. Strange, weird. Why are they there? Why are they there right next to them keep nets? All barbel. Catch 200 pounder of them, therefore I'll set the stall out for it. Just to the barbel. So they're sort of £4 each, I should say, a lot of these. Some are bigger. Don't want to give in. They really just don't want to give in, these barbels. They're such hard fighting fish. How people can say they're no good in lakes is beyond me. It really is beyond me. Anyone new that's joined, fishing a banded pellet, 6mm coarse pellet on the band. Got two different lines, one down the margin here, solid, shallow up in the water, solid, feeding there and there, not feeding by the keep net. And interestingly enough, you don't feed, where I don't feed, I'm just catching barbel. I should prove my point again. Feed down the margin, feed further out. Nothing fed here, nothing at all. But in right to the tip of the keep nets, mud stirred up everywhere, all around the keep nets. Fish on, mad. Madness. Ah, fully plated mirror. Well, let's see if the battery's still going on the old phone. $215 people. Hello, Neil Scowen. Neil, I done a Facebook Live the other day on my trout lake and caught a few on there, mate. So, before anyone phones the Environment Agency or the police or anything like that, I am actually self-isolating and I'm fishing at Wild Farm Fisheries in my back garden. My house is literally just there where I live. We are stock taking. I want to go out and catch a fish shallow now. Shallow out up in the water. I'm very rusty, I haven't fished for over a year. And I'm not the best angler in the world anymore, but we're catching a few today. I feel like I've done a day's work or gone to the gym. If you want to, you don't need a gym membership, you just come and fish up here. As I was saying, I'm feeding down the margins, further out there, fishing shallow up in the water, 1.5 foot deep. 6mm hard pellet out there. Down here, 6mm again, but feeding 4mm banded pellet. Not putting any food out here at all. What's happened is when I'm bringing the fish in, as you can see here, it's stirring it up. Because it's stirring it up, I think the barbel are just coming in here. So if I come in here in a second, which I'll do in a second, it's a barbel city down the edge there. Right in by the keep nets. Lovely fully plated mirror. Banded pellet, shallow up in the water. Come up here for a bit of peace and quiet, and they're working in the field next door to me, bloody drilling, and it's Really noisy. Really noisy. We'll go down the edge again. No feed. No feed down here. I'm fishing a black hydro because I just can't get through the carp. My target today was to catch some skimmers. I fed a ground. I've got no. Ideally, if I just wanted to catch them skimmers today, I'd either use chopworm and caster or maggot. The only thing I've got is sweet corn, and I've got some ground bait. I've been testing some new different ground baits out today. I've been putting it out there. I've been putting balls out. I've had to make some balls up. Got it so it just sinks straight to the bottom. I've wet it afterwards so it goes solid, and I've cupped it out there. I've not been loose feeding at all. Gone out there, the ground bait's just hit the bottom, but I can't get through the carp. I just can't get through it. So I feel like I've kind of failed. I feel like I failed today on what I wanted to do with the bream. If I'd have had chopworm and caster, I'd have done a lot better, or some maggot, but I haven't. I've caught some bream, don't get me wrong. I've caught them shallow up in the water like that, but my target was to catch the skimmers today. But I say we'll catch ourselves a barbel now. Fish on, fish off. Feed down the margins. Gone real stirred up again now. Really stirred up. Someone phoned, sorry about the interruption. I can't read that comment, Gary. Sorry, I can't read that comment. I'll read it later. Someone just phoned me. I'll dob in down here, see if we can catch ourselves a barbel. Didn't even know I got that on. I went to lift out and move it over, fish on. My theory is the fish in the keep nets are stirring the bottom up. They're stirring up the bottom a lot. There's quite a few fish in the nets now, and that's drawing other fish in. There's a chap called Steve Drack, brilliant fisherman, brilliant river angler. When I stocked up here, I'm going back years ago before I opened up to the public. I might have just opened up, I can't remember, but Steve come and had a go up here, and he fished the Moat Lake. And that's just when the commercials are starting to get out there really. And he fed one pellet at a time. And I learnt something from Steve. I sat behind him most of the day, and he fed one. It totally makes sense in what he was saying. And you feed one pellet and the fish dart in for it. When they dart in for it, that draws the other fish. So without hardly feeding, you'll catch a lot of fish. And he's right, bang on. It's a barbel, this one. The flashing in the water when they're going in for that one pellet draws the other fish, and it does work. I've done it times. And the other thing by doing that as well, when you go out with your bait and you go straight in, they're straight on it. You're not getting a lot of liners because they're going straight in for your bait that you got out. Your hook bait. can see it only just fitting the net. Good fish, probably £5, maybe more. £6. That's my theory anyway. The fish are, they're coming in round there, the keep net's stirring it up, and the barbel are moved in there. It's strange that it's predominantly barbel though. I know that the barbel do patrol around the margin. A lot of the barbel live close in, you know, around the perimeter of the lake. Not put no grub down there at all. Another one. Be surprised if it weren't a barbel. They really fight really hard in here. We've actually got, the first lake I ever stocked barbel in was the Moat Lake, and I didn't put them, I stocked them over the years different. They only put them in the size of a gudgeon, same as that in here. In any of the lakes you can't buy a big barbel. Put them in the size of a gudgeon and grew them on, and then the following year, or left a year, then another year, put more in the size of a barbel. So they're all different sizes, which is quite nice. You don't want to catch the same size fish all the time, really. I think once they get to a certain size, the pellet is their main bait on. But there's that many fish in here, they're not going to get double figured ones, I wouldn't have thought, because there's just too many mouths in here. But interesting. I find this sort of fishing, I'm not mad for carp. I can go out there, catch carp, down here catch carp, but I'm interested why the barbel are there. That's you know, without feeding, and I think that's my theory. But you think there'll be other fish in there as well. Smaller one, you see, not as big as the other one, probably maybe 2.5 pounds. Make sure I'm not talking to myself. Yep. I bet I'm getting slated by people saying that I shouldn't be fishing. I can fish, this is my back garden. You're allowed out in your back garden. And guess what? I'm allowed out in my back garden. It's completely private property up here. But I'm guessing if we're getting slated, it's good for publicity. Another fish on. Another barbel. Lost it. Took me up. Have I, Jeremy? Do you know what? I want to put my hat on. I forgot about that. Jeremy Langley, what a nice gentleman he is. Lovely man, lovely man. Let's have a cup of tea. I want to put a hook on. Have a cup of tea. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm beating everyone on the lake today. That is a fact. Oh, lovely jubbly. I don't know, some of you lot won't even know what that is. That's called a hook tire. I don't know how to use it, but it is a hook tire. done me. Luckily, barbless hook. So for those that you don't know, never seen one of these, it is a hook tire. Keep the line tight. It's a spade end hook. Rounds, wrap it around a few times, normally 6 times. Through there, like that, done, boom, job's a good one. Hi Vic Jackson. Jeremy, do me a favour, if you can. Kat's just called me. Can you phone her up for me, mate, if you can? Because I don't want to interrupt my broadcast. Can you phone her up and tell her I'm fishing on the Oaks Lake? If you can for me, mate. That's called delegating. So anyone that's just joined, banded pellet, 6mm, hard, coarse pellet, size 14 hook through the band, small little dibber float, 1 shot underneath it, fishing 1.5 foot deep. Line down the edge, feeding down there, some 4mm sinking. On the hook, on the band, 6mm sinking, coarse pellet. Nice cup of tea. She knows that. I can't read that. I've tied a bank stick. I've got a bit of tape, Jeremy, and I've put the bank stick in the ground and I've taped my phone up to it. So I can't read what you actually just said. She'll come and follow me. I ain't far from her. Gone a little bit shallower now. Someone else tried ringing me. Whoever's trying to ring me, stop ringing me. Probably the police. Wondering why I'm having a day's fishing. Beautiful carp, not that I like carp, but totally fully scaled mirror carp. I'll try and lift it up in a sec. If it sits still. Fully scaled mirror carp. Beautiful. Beautiful fish. That's a carp. I'll be fair worked. Had a tench earlier on. The tench I put in here was that's probably about 2.5, 3 pound the tench I caught, but the tench I put in was from the wild lake years ago. I put some little tiny things in there. Then when I drained the lake down and dug it out 20 odd years ago, I had some little fingerling ones in here that bred, and in there, and I put them in here. They're probably about that big, and I reckon I just had one about 3.5, 4 pound earlier on. Another little mirror carp. I've got a good 150 pound, I should think, already. So I want to stick this one out as well. I only have 50 pound in the net. I've probably got 150 pound. Don't know how long I've been fishing for, however long this Facebook Live has been on for. We had 50 pound before we started. I'll move that actually. So I'm into 4 keep nets now. Interesting to see if them barbel have moved away now I've done all that. I shall try I'll go shallow on that long line out there. Let's see where we are. Good evening all. Right, for anyone that's just joined us, I'm on the Oaks Lake. I am on peg 9. The reason I chose to fish this peg, I was after bream and I failed miserably. I've caught some bream. I've got 50 pound of bream, I should think, but I wanted 200 pound plus of bream. I could not get through the carp. I just couldn't get through them. It's just solid. So I've got fed a line out there on ground bait. Ideally I'd use chop worm and caster. I haven't got any of that. All the tackle shops are closed, so I used sweet corn and put some ground bait out there. I only use sweet corn on the hook. I never fed any loose feed of sweet corn at all. Never loose fed anything. But I just couldn't get through the carp, and I was having to wait for the bites. I ain't waiting for bites. Bear with me 1 second. I might have to put my phone on charge. Fish are topping absolutely everywhere. Bear with me, I'm going to put my phone on charge. Hoping that's charging. Right, yeah. We're back on the money. Right. Yeah, so my target was to try and catch the skimmers. I failed miserably. Carp city, barbel city if I want them. But we'll try. Who's watching? Let me see who's watching. John, Glenn. Can't see. I've got masking tape all around my phone, so. Let's see if these barbel are still down the edge here. I've not fed anything down here whatsoever. I've been feeding down the margin down there, feeding shallow out there all the time. But down here there's a lot of barbel, so we'll try not fed anything. Fishing right next to my keep net. Barbel might have moved. Right then, barbel might have moved away because I've just been buggering about putting an extra keep net out there. Nah. Nah. Not at all. Heart rate. Interesting. Little carp, they go like bloody trains. They're like trains. Beautiful little carp. Got like a bit of linear in it. Beautiful. Pale fish. Very pale fish. Try that longer line out there. See if I can catch a skimmer up in the water. Probably can't. Skimmery carp out there. No. Ah, no, it might be a skimmer. Might be a skimmer. Might be a skimmer. No, come on. Gonna have a go on the moat, I think, next week if we're still on this lockdown. I shall try that, and I've got some Empen tears. Old Mel Baxter said go and fish peg 19 or 20 where no one fishes. I might well do that. Can't say I've ever fished it. Really? I know there's a lot of fish up there, you see them up there. And there has been matches up there. But and it's been won from up there on a few matches, but we'll see. Might be foul at this one. I think it's foul up, don't I? It's going like a bloody train, I know that. Got to be foul up. A lot of people have lift their pole up, and that's why I've seen their poles been smashed so many times. I think it's either a big fish or it's been foul up. There's that many fish out there, it's solid with them. It might be foul up. I don't know if you can see them feeding out there. Solid. No, come on. I think it's foul works. I think there's that many fish, this might be fouled as well. Howards, I'm sure it's got to be. This is the big plate. This is a big barbel come up in the water. Might be a barbel. I don't want to come up whatever it is. Fowlet. That was our bloody work. Oh, look at a big fish. Lovely fish. Beautiful fish. Too many fish. We'll try down there, see if an old barbel's down there now. Again. That's nice, the bloody tractors have stopped now. I think these barbel are gone. There was loads down there earlier on. Barbel, I think. Right, it's hugging the bottom. Barbel, I reckon. normal one. Blowy now. Blowy. Nice fish. Try down the side here now. Something down there. There's too many fish down there. What, Aidan? People keep trying to ring me every 2 minutes. Sorry about that. We'll have a go for a barbel down the edge, down here. See if they're still down there. Too many fish down there, too many fish out there. Too many fish down there, it's ridiculous. But the barbel are here. I think this is a barbel. Feels like a barbel the way it's hugging the bottom. I just don't want to come up these barbel. Don't want to come up. When you get their heads up, like. Come here, bugger. Can't just fit in that one. Nice little barbel. Hi Mandy. Gonna have a go on the moat, I think, as I say, next week I think. So many fish down there, it's just ridiculous. come down here because they're in ridiculously solid rooms. I've not been feeding down here at all. It's a barbel. Crazy. Such hard work. God damn. That one might fit in the net. God damn. Got to be the most powerful fish out. Le barbel. Let's catch a carp. Let's go out there. My arm's killing me. My arm is actually hurting with them catching these barbels. It's crazy. Go out there and catch a. I'm not going to feed anymore because it's just bubbling up too much. It's crazy, so the fish shallow out up in the water. I'll feed down there. Oh. This is why this lake is such a good match lake. There's a lot of fish in there, a lot of fish. And they're not too massive. There is some big carp in here actually. There is some big carp in here. But I fished probably for half an hour before I done this Facebook Live, and I reckon in there I was fishing for the for the skimmers. That's a nice comment. And I hooked into a barbel. I bet I've got a barbel in there that's a good 8 pound. I had to come and have a go today, I'll be honest with you, because my head is so done in with all this bloody coronavirus. I've worked my arse off up here over the years to get this fishery how it is, and it's disheartening. I'm having to cancel matches and that lot. This is when I make money in the summertime. To feed me family over the winter time as well, and it's flipping heartbreaking. I know I'm not trying to be selfish because everyone's in the same boat, I guess, but it's just bad for everyone. Nightmare, absolute nightmare. So I come today this afternoon just to try and clear my head and catch a few fish. I haven't fished this for probably this time last year, I shouldn't think. So it's a year since I've fished here. That's why I'm rusty. That's why I'm not catching many. Old Baxter was on here, but he'd have had 10 fish in by now. I'm too slow. There we are, there's no competition today. But yeah, it's pretty hard out there at the moment for everyone, I know. But it's now costing me money. I have to go around every day and feed the lakes. I have to go around every day and feed the fish, and it's blooming doing my head in, I'll be honest with you. And I hope old Boris Johnson's alright. I feel for him as well. I feel for the whole country. Tragic. Hopefully, in another few weeks, they'll relax the rules a bit. I hope I'm not just talking to myself. I'm going to make sure people are still watching, tuned in. My battery ain't died. Oh yeah, thank God for that. Yeah, good. I'm not talking to myself. Right, yeah. Hopefully, in a few weeks' time, they'll be able to relax the rules a bit. And we can all get back on the bank and start fishing again. For those that are joining me, I'm fishing a 6mm. Sorry for those that have been watching for a little while and get bored with this, but I'm fishing a 6mm hard banded pellet, about 1 foot deep, shallow up in the water. Keep pinging pellets at them all the time. I've got that many fish out in front of me now. I'm not going to feed because I'm foul looking them. It's solid down there, absolutely solid down there. There's tails coming out of the water down there. I've not fed down here, and it's just solid with barbel, and I'm not going to put any grub. Right at the end of my keep nets, it's absolutely solid with them. And my theory is, because I've got that many, I've got 4 keep nets at the moment, I'll have to go and get another one in a minute. That'll be 5 keep nets. I've probably got 50 pounds. I might have broke the rules on 1 or 2 of them, but I've got about 50 pounds in each one. And yeah, bloody hell. I'm not even trying to catch one, and I'm just donked it down there and it's gone. I forget what I was saying now. Yeah, down here there's, I think because the fish are in the keep nets and it's stirring it up, it's brought a load of barbel in. It's just brought loads of barbel in, I reckon. I better take that out there because I just had another bite. So yeah, it's Barbel City down there. If I went down there I'd catch one. I'll be very surprised if I didn't. But I caught a few bream shallow up in the water, and that's what I was trying to do today, or this afternoon, is catch a few bream today. That's what I wanted to catch, but I think the temperature's got up nicely, and it's the temperature's come warm, and the carp are just feeding mad. Look, they're trying to eat me bloody float. But I have been going around feeding the lakes. I've put a lot of pellet in there. That was a big fish just topped over there. So yeah, but there, to be fair, I'm the only one on the lake today, so really be catching one or two now, shouldn't I? I hope no one's around the corner watching me, because they'll think I'm freaking mental talking to myself. Fowlets again, there's two, oh no, and one fowlet. It just got caught round this thing. Pretty fish. Pretty fish. Is anyone counting how many fish I've put in now? People forget now. Do I need to get another net? I don't want to break the limit. It's £50 in a net. Someone else trying to bloody ring me. Someone else trying to ring. Whoever's ringing me, stop ringing me. Let's go shallow. Let's go shallow. Shallow out there. Oh. Ah, it might be a bream jumping out the water. They do, the old bream do jump. I bet that is a bream. It is, there you are. They kind of jump out the water here for some strange reason. I'm fishing a foot deep. And that is what I was trying to target and catching. I was trying to catch the bream today. I didn't want these carp, but I've had a go. Old geese. Bloody hell, shipping out and I've got one on. Ridiculous. Crazy. Mental. Oh. I don't know if you can actually see out there in that swim, but it is boiling. I don't think that knew it was up till the last minute. I think I better get another keep net. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm into £200 plus now. I'll get another keep net. One, two, three, four. Don't want to break the rules because the bailiff is an arse up here and he gets angry when people get over £50 in the net. I might have 1 or 2 more £50 in the net. But anyway. I've got 1 net left after this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 nets in now. I want to catch another £50. And I might call it a day. I can't be asked to get another net out. Make sure my phone's working again. Now the band's come off. So those that have joined us, we're on peg 9 on the Oaks Lake at Wild Farm Fisheries. 25 pegs on this lake. A lot of carp in here. A lot of bream, a lot of barbel. There is actually some nice roach in here as well. There's not loads of them in here anymore. I've taken them out and put them in the moat. But yeah, a lot of fish in this one. Good match lake. Even I can catch one in here. So we're fishing shallow up in the water. Got a line down the edge. I'm not even going to go down there. There's too many fish down there. Keep foul hooking them down there, so I'm not even bothering down there. A lot of fish out in front of me. A few barbel down the edges where the keep nets are. Not putting any food out there whatsoever. Yeah, 1 or 2 fish in here. They do go like trains as well. Depth of the lake is pretty even really. Down the margins it comes in, there's a slight ledge round there that drops off. But I'd say out in front of you out there is 6 foot deep. Yeah, 6 foot deep I'd say. Clay bottom, no weed. Lilies, on every single peg there's lilies. You won't see them now. Let's drop that one. You won't see them now because the geese and that have eaten them all over the winter time. But on every single peg there's lilies in here on them. I should be catching 1 or 2 fish today because I'm the only one on here obviously. Common carp. That's a good one. Decent sized fish. Good sized fish. Probably 4 or 5 pounds. I used to be very quick years ago at fishing. I can't even hardly see to put a bloody hook on now. See if a barbler down here, it'd be interesting. Make sure my phone's working again. Yep. See if these barblers still down there, it'd be interesting. It's just on the edge of my keep nets, but I've just put another keep net out there and poked it down and pushed it down, so they might not be there now, but they were there. They've been there all afternoon. Guess what? It's still there. Unbelievable. You would have thought that with me pushing that other keep net in that it would have disturbed them, but clearly not. I just don't want to come up off the bottom. They really are work. I stopped fishing for them because my arm was killing me. There's one a put, one a chuck, and it's just too much hard work for me. I'm getting too old. Real elastic pullers these. God. This feels like a good barbel actually. Good fish. Don't know if it's a big carp or a big barbel, or foul hooked. It's making my arm ache. There's a big barbel. Haven't seen it yet. Anyway, I don't know if you lot can see that, but that is a big barbel. Now, look, only if I can get it in the net. Oh, God, dear. Wow. I'm not going to put this in the keep net. I don't know if you lot can see that. That is a monster. That is a big, big barbel. Very big barbel. I'm not putting that in the keep now, it's going straight back in. I bet you that was £9. That was a big fish. My arm is killing me. Oh. It was too big to put in the keep net. I should have weighed it. I ain't got any scales, but that was a big fish. Oh. Big fish. That was a big old fish. It's solid with them. Just down here, right by my keep net is where I'll catch. I'll put no food down there at all, and it is solid with barbel. I'm not even going to go down there again because my arm is killing me. I reckon I had another one that was nearly as big as that. That's gone. I put that back in as well. I bet that was £8, but I'd say that was bigger. I'd give that £9, that fish. That was a very heavy fish. My arm is killing me. I don't know. It's just mental. Making myself look good, aren't I, really? I'm not that good. It's just that they're hungry. Even my old mate, Steve the Greek, Steve Payne, even he would catch a fish in here, and he's freaking useless. Even little Titch, little Mark Wilson, even he might even catch a fish in here. He's going to leather me when, both of them will leather me when they see me in it. Power, too many fish. Too many fish in the swim. Power. We'll have a go down here to see if these barbels are still down there. Pencil. Oh, thought it'd be a barbel. Try it again. surprised my battery's still going. I bet it's not. I bet it must have gone by now. I put a charger thing on, but must be gone by now. What's these little floats? I think fish on. I don't know if you can see that. Cracking little floats. Go straight through the body, through the top, so they don't tangle. Brilliant little floats. Do you know what? I've had enough. I'm absolutely knackered. My arm's killing me. I'll have a quick walk around the lake. Show you what's what. But I've had enough. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keep nets. God knows how many is in each one. Oh, it looks like I've actually peed myself. I'm going to take this off now. Hang on. All done now. Right. I've had enough. Flipping it, I've caught the sun today. And God, I'm good looking. So, I'll spin this round. I don't know what time I started. I started half an hour before this. I'd done this Facebook Live, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keep net fulls. I'm supposed to only have £50 in the net. I'm not going to do a catch photograph, I don't think, because I ain't got anyone here to do it for me, but I've got at least £50 in the net. There's another one there. I don't think I've got enough mats there. That's what I normally do in my catch photograph on there, but I'm fishing on peg 9. The reason I come... 800 people watching. Hi Bryn, you alright? The reason why I come to fish this today, and I've failed miserably, I've caught fish, don't get me wrong, but I haven't set out to get what I wanted to get. I wanted to catch the bream. I've caught them. I probably got £50 of bream, but I wanted £200 of bream, and I just could not get through the carp. What I'm going to do, I've got a bit of pellet left over. I'll show you what the problem is. It's not a problem. It's great. It's a great lake, great fishery. But the problem for me, trying to get through them, where are we, is this. I should have some. Here we go. This is the problem. So I've been feeding, oh shit. This is the problem. Move this. I've been feeding some ground bait initially to start off with, but you'll see in a second what the problem is. It's bloody carp. So I've been feeding, don't know if you can see this. There's my kit. I'm throwing a few floaters out now. Okay, this is the bank, this is my foot, this is carp. Yeah, I think you can see why this is such a good lake, good match lake. You see what I'm saying? So there's a little bag full of floating pellets here, 4 mil. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. That is what I'm talking about. So even though I've had a lovely afternoon, it's cleared my head because I needed to come and fish. I haven't got what I actually wanted to catch, which was the bream. Because these carp have done me head in. And my arms are killing me. And these barbel, I've been catching them literally here. Literally there. I've put no food out at all, nothing at all. And I'm not kidding you, that is solid, and I mean solid, with barbel down there. Oh, bollocks. This is where I fall in the lake. Not being funny, they're trying to get up to my keep net now. Hi, Mark. Mark, I failed, mate. I listened to your advice. I'll tell you what I did do, Mark. This is what I've done. So Mark Pollard is watching us now, guys. Let me show you what I did. What did I do? What did I do? This is what I used, Mark. You tell me what I've done wrong. Hang on a second, if I can find the bloody bags. Can't find the bags now. Aha. Okay, Mark. So I've done this, Mark. I've used this one here. I've used this one here, which is this stuff here. Lovely stuff, may I say. This hinders ground bait, bag up ground bait, hemp and halibut, and the supercharged natural black. It is lovely. It is lovely stuff. So we've been experimenting today with this, with different ground baits and that lot, and I too many fish and you're on your own. Quite right, Mark. Yeah, Mark, what are you saying? The lake's been packed with people today. And I've had to really struggle to to get a bite today. That's your stuff, mate. It is good stuff. I love it. It's nice stuff, I must say. Let them have a good old feed on it. But yeah, I agree, Mark. It is a good mix. Really sticks together nicely. I'm definitely going to be speaking to Hinders about that. Nice stuff. Yeah, it's just mental. There is too many fish in my swim today. But I've enjoyed it. I've cleared my head. So we've got a few keep nets out there. Oh, I've got a bit more ground bait here. Let's put them out over. The green stuff, I can still get that. So the green stuff that I have used for years up here, and you can only use our stuff up here. Now, the stuff that I've been using is Mistral bait stuff. And they put bowls underneath all their They put bowls underneath all their machines. They mix it all together and bag it up for me. And I'll tell you what, that's good stuff. That is good stuff. I know, Andy, I know that. Well, I'm experimenting with the ground bait, and I do like that hinder stuff. The green stuff is unbelievable. That I've got. It's brilliant stuff. There's no doubt about it. It's brilliant stuff. But I'm trying some different stuff out. I am absolutely knackered. Mark, you don't even talk to me. Someone phoned me up today. I've put some land up for sale. And you look at this, I'm so pissed off. Someone phoned me up earlier on, about 10 minutes before I started doing this Facebook bloody live thing. Look, I trod on the freaking end. You see that, Mark? I'm so pissed off. I'm going to put an extra 20 grand on the on these falling. I'm going to put an extra 20 grand on the sale now because of that. But he sounded very interested. So, let's have a little walk round. God, I don't know. Does anyone know when I done the? I hope it can be repaired. Does anyone know when I started doing this Facebook Live? Because I reckon I've put some big barbel back, 2 big barbel back, one £9 I'd say, one £8. But the lake looks lovely. It really does look lovely now. Ian, how is the second? My dad's all right, mate. 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. Flipping heck. So in 2 hours, I reckon I've had £250. £300 maybe. Mandy, you haven't been watching this for 2 hours, I know. You're newly married with Steve. You shouldn't be watching fishing videos. Oh dear. 2.5 hours ago, bud. Bloody hell. 3 hours. 3 hours. That ain't bad then. Right, I'm gonna... Nothing else to do. Oh dear. Starting showing their lovely heads. Yeah, the lily pads. Lily pads are on every single... Let's have a walk around the lake. Oh, pretty flowers. This is why... I don't know if you can see that. This is why I don't like people fishing anywhere else apart from the pegs. We've got a lot of wild orchids up here. And all this stuff here I've planted over the years. I actually threw someone off that started fishing there. I've told them twice. And they didn't listen to me, so I've told them to sling their hook. I told them to pack up and go. That was a couple of years ago. So this is peg 12. Just out here. I've been working. A lot of big lily pads there. Lily pads out here. And basically every single peg has got lily pegs on it. Lily pads. I mowed the grass the other day, look. And these laurels, I planted them years ago when I dug the lake out. Probably 2 years after I dug the lake out. And because it's heavy ground, it's all clay. They've taken forever to grow. And this stuff here is called Lonicera. If you break it off, break little clumps off like that. This is how I grew it. When I first started before I opened up to the public, I never opened up for 5 years. And I grew every single plant by hand, every lily pad by hand, dug the lake with a bucket and spade. I didn't do that bit really, but all the plants you see and the hides and everything, I done all by hand. Put them all in by hand and had to go to other places and plant them, grew them on. Couldn't just go to a garden centre and buy them, didn't have the money. And all these I grew as little plants and grew them on and then put them in. See that there? That's fox shit. We got a fox up here. Sorry, fox poo. So I'm going to plant this in a minute. Look at that, the old sun's out. Beautiful. Mark Wilson, even you, Mark Wilson, even you would be able to catch a fish on here today, mate. Even you. So we're on peg 16 here, and I'm going to plant this here, and if anyone treads on it, I'm going to leather them. Now, I'm going to put one bit in there and another bit, and that will actually grow. And that's what I did. I went to a friend's house up the road, on the estate up the road. Linda, she's dead now, bless her heart, and her husband's still about. Tony's coming up. He comes up here a bit, but that's how I grew the plants, like that, and that will actually grow, believe it or not. We've ate all them pellets. What about John Owens? I don't know if I dare say. I don't know if I dare say that. Shall I tell him, Sean? Another good peg. They're all good pegs. These are irises. I put little clumps in that lot in them here. Just one little clump, and they spread out. And I probably planted one bit like that all around the lake, and little bits like that. I went to other ponds, friends' ponds and that lot, and dug them up. Come back up here, planted them, same as all this rush here. It's good spawning, good for the fish to come in and spawn. These trees here, I just had a little branch like that, and I poked them in the ground, and now they're beautiful little trees, weeping willow trees. Little oak tree there, that's south set. Little oak tree. You're still only allowed to go out for an hour each day to exercise, unless you have your own pond, that is. And that's very little exercise. Well, I've been working all morning, and this is my back garden, so I can do as I please up here. Peg 25. There's some lily pads. These are all, I forget what's it called? I forget the name of the bloody thing now. Bamboo, that's the word I was looking for. Bamboo. I haven't looked at any comments on here yet, but I bet you people have been bitching that I've been fishing. I bet they have. Let them moan. I'm going to have a look through some of them comments on there. Let's have a look. Lily pegs. Let's have a look. Cool, there's a lot of comments on there, crikey. Oh, Mel's been watching, Pete Archer's been watching. David. Get some sunscreen on that head. Glenn. I tried your sweet corn method today. Glenn, no good. Just reading all the comments. Ah, Steve was not allowed on the bank. Overshot it. Pete Archer. Oh dear. You have a brabbed hook. Do you mean barbed? I haven't been using a barbed hook. Murren's been watching. I didn't know you fished, Murren. No gardening allowed. Talk us through your setup, Dax. I have done. You must be bored of that. You can't use keep nets if you're pleasure fishing. No, sorry, not anymore. It's too many fish in there. Was there someone on the other side, was there? That was probably Bruce. Can anyone fish there? Very nice, even Dave Jones could catch something. I have tried sweet corn, couldn't get through the carp. Just reading through some of these comments. My head is very sore. I bet it'll be in the morning. Oh dear. How far are you from Sheffield? I don't know where Sheffield is. I ain't got a clue. How much is the peg fee? It's £10 per peg. Thank you, Mark. 100 miles in. Gary Jones, my cousin, my dad's cousin. I have fly fished here, Gary, for the carp. Yeah, it's good fun, but yeah, I have done that. Need to run some matches on here again, Mark Pollard, Nigel Fawkes. Yes, you do need to run some matches up on here when you're allowed to come and fish again. It's bloody Vic Jackson that's been trying to ring me all the time, is it? My phone's been ringing non-stop. Just reading some of these comments. Oh, on my third beer, that's what I'm going to go and do. I'm going to go and have a beer in a minute. Different, there's a lot of comments on here. Hi Sharon. I can't read anymore, there's loads of comments. Right, I'm going to feed them again, give them a little bit more grub, and then I'm going to pack up. What should we give them? What should we give them? Alright. Here we go. Alright. Is luncheon meat allowed there, Dax? No way. No luncheon meat at all, mate, I'm afraid to say. Luncheon meat is the worst thing you can put in a lake. It's great, the fish love it, but it's not very good for bacteria, mate. So, anyone that's just joined, I fished, I think it was 2.5, 3 hours. It's roughly £50 in a net. So that's, I think 2.5, 3 hours I fished. So I've had about, I'd say I've put a few back as well. Some of the bigger barbel. I reckon I've had £300. Might have 1 or 2 more. Big 8. Catch one more fish, please. I've had enough, mate. Jesus. My arm's killing me. I've had enough. How big did the carp go in there? Well, there's double figure carp in here, but double figure carp in here, mate. But this is predominantly a match lake. There's 25 pegs on the lake. I don't know if you can see down there. There's 25. The truck is full of tins of meat. Mark Wilson, I'm telling you what, mate. When I see you, I'm going to lever you. Mark, I stood on my pole earlier. I was so pissed off. It was unbelievable. I broke the end of it. Mark Pollard reckons I can fix it. I'll tell you what, they ain't half having some grub, they ain't half hungry. Don't take them long to demolish this like that. You're a knob, you are, Mark. Give them some meat. It doesn't matter what peg you go on. That's peg. This is peg 8. Look. Peg 7. I'll tell you what's good, Mark. Treble look. Treble look with meat on. 3 bits of meat on a treble look. Josh Harrison, thanks, I prefer the moat lake. Josh Harrison, I'm with you on that. I am going to do a Facebook Live there. I shall do a Facebook Live there next week if we're still on this lockdown. What I'm going to go and do, I'm going to go and shoot an old rabbit. I'm going to leg it, I'm going to hang it, I'm going to let the flies blow on it. So I've got myself some maggot. And, because I can't get any maggot anywhere else. And have a go on the moat next week, hopefully. No, I'll tell you where I'm going to go on the moat. I'm probably going to fish pegs 19 or 20. Depends how I feel. I don't want to fish this again. It's my arm is killing me. Lovely ghosty there. Another ghosty there. There it is, guys. When this is all over, this lockdown thing, there's the number. Memorise it. Phone me. not now, but phone me when it's all done and you can come fishing up here and catch some fish. Kat, if you're watching with the kids, I'm coming home. Well, I am home, but oh my God, look at that. Right, seriously. Seriously, I'm now going to walk across the water on carp. This has never been done before, ever. Right, that's it. I'm signing off. Hope you all enjoyed my Facebook Live. I hope you all stay safe. Can't wait to see you all, apart from Mark Wilson. Not looking forward to seeing that knob end. But stay safe, everyone. And look forward to seeing you all soon. Au revoir.